Live from 7 Sports, this is the Orange and Blue Review.
Happy Monday. Another great Bronco victory.
Exactly. You were
there?
Perfect.
I was there. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
It was a beautiful day. They scored on the first drive, right in the corner. It was like right in front of me. It was perfect. What's the headline say?
Mitch. You know I love headlines.
Yeah.
His story.
His.
From our partners at the Denver Post.
Yeah.
And of course, his is Peyton Manning. This guy, we knew he was going to get number 500 with 499 going in. Only the second quarterback in history to get 500 career touchdown passes. I didn't know he was going to get number 503 as well. Look, this is one of his best days ever.
It's an incredible day.
Career in yardage, 4 touchdowns.
Like 400-plus yards. Yeah.
You know what? Peyton Manning will go down as the best quarterback in NFL history. There's no doubt about it. He's won 1 Super Bowl. Oh, well, a lot of people say he's got to win another one to really cement his legacy. But he could do that at the end of this year. Yeah,
because that 500 club with Favre's in there. Of course, Favre has, a total of 509?
Well, he's got 505.
Yeah.
And so Peyton needs 5 more. He could get that next week.
Yeah.
At MetLife Stadium.
The Jets. Yeah, maybe could. If you're a Jets fan, sorry. The Jets have been struggling.
Yeah, the Jets are awful.
You can't take this too
0
lightly.
0 points.
Yeah.
No, you can't go in there and take them lightly. You need to go in there and pound them and, step on them. Put him down early and get Brock Osweiler some time. But look, we want to hear from you about yesterday's game. Huge win over the Cardinals. Cardinals had the great defense coming in, right? All that kind of stuff. Call us at 303-831-NEWS, or you can hit us up, Orange and Blue Review, on Facebook, on Twitter, at thedenverchannel.com. Tell us what you thought about the game. I mean, is there really a lot of negative here to talk about? Maybe Monte Ball, maybe the running game in the first half.
Right.
But
the old first down,
I mean, what can you say? This team came out against a 3-0 Cardinals team who had the second-best defense in the NFL against the run. Now, look, we couldn't run on them early.
Right.
But when we started pounding them and Peyton started racking up the points, Ronnie Hillman came in for the injured Monte Ball, and he showed flashes, 64 yards rushing. So you can't really even complain about the running game because when they needed it in the fourth quarter to ice the game, they got it.
Did you feel like in the second half that, like the Broncos, the defense started figuring out? We started figuring out their defense. Our defense started figuring out their offense as well. It was much different to me watching it, sitting there in that second half than it was the first. Because you could tell right out of the chute that, this is the number one defense against the run.
Yeah.
We were getting very far.
Right.
And we were like, here we go again. We get first down to go 2 yards or negative 2 yards. Or
the running game. Monte Ball, as we said, he left with an injured groin, but they couldn't do anything against that defense early on. And we talked about this last week, is that if you can't run on them, don't. You got the best passing game in the history of the NFL from last year. You've got the best quarterback, to me, in the history of the NFL. You set records for touchdown passes and yardage last year and points scored. Just do what you do best, and that's throw the football. And that's what they did. As we said, they came out in the second half and ran much better with Ronnie Hillman, but they didn't need to run the ball. I know you need to be balanced. I know you got to have a running game when you need it. But if you can do that to one of the best top 5 defense in the NFL and put up 41 points on them,
you're home, but still, that was impressive. And what about Demaryius Thomas?
Oh man,
he looked faster, didn't he?
I think it was his shoes.
It was it. It was the
shoes
altitude.
made him look really fast.
I mean, it looked like, what we remembered it being like, other than the first couple games of the season. Maybe he was a little apprehensive. Man, he was flying.
Yeah, he had his best day ever. Set a Broncos single game record with 226 yards receiving.
I mean, you got to beat Cromartie here. I mean, that's.
Well, look, he admitted it. He admitted it after the game, Mitch. He said, you know what? I've been thinking too much. Peyton said it too. He's been thinking a lot. His contract status is up in the air. That's a big deal. They wanted to get a deal done in training camp with Demaryius and Julius. That didn't happen, so I don't know if he's thinking about that. But he said during the bye week, he stayed extra. He went into Dove Valley, caught 250 passes one day outside of practice, just extra. He goes, he made a concerted effort in his mind that I got to bust out of this slump. Now, they didn't call it a slump. Peyton says, you have good stretches and bad stretches.
Right.
But let's say he struggled the first 3 games. He was not himself.
Right.
Yesterday, boy, you're talking about a breakout. As I said, single game record for Demaryius Thomas. Man, on that, what was it, 86-yarder down the sideline?
He was flying.
Yeah.
I mean, he was right with it, and just like that, was like 2 steps ahead of the defender, and he's just gone. That was it.
Well, look, I talked to some Arizona Cardinals radio stations and TV stations last week previewing the game. And I said, if you really think, guys, you're going to come in here and beat the Broncos and Peyton Manning with Drew Stanton at quarterback, you're dreaming. The Broncos averaged 38 points a game last year. Over 30 points a game at home. If Drew Stanton was going to come in and put up 30-plus on him, fine, take your victory. That wasn't going to happen. And when Stanton went out injured with concussion symptoms after being hit by Von Miller and Logan Thomas came in, then you were done. There was no way the Cardinals were going to win that game no matter who was playing quarterback yesterday if it wasn't going to be Carson Palmer. So, saying that going in, if you don't have an elite quarterback in the NFL, see the Jets for reference, you're not going to win the football game against Peyton Manning and the Broncos at home. You just weren't going to win going in. So it's no huge surprise that the Broncos beat this team, but the way they did it, I mean, you're talking statement from Peyton, statement from Demaryius, statement from the defense, DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller, Danny Trevathan comes back for the first time, leads the team with 7 tackles. You're right, 3-0. Cardinals, this is from the NFC West with Seattle and the Cardinals and the 49ers. This is the division that's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl, and to beat them down like that, that was a statement to me.
So what do you think? Do the parts of the game you liked, didn't like, weaknesses you saw, some strengths that you saw that improved? Give us a call. Love to hear from you. 303-831-NEWS, N-E-W-S. You can also contact us on Facebook. If you just search the Denver channel here, you can find us, and we'll
So you've got the thing right here. What is this thing? Is this a pad where you write on it, or is this some
it's a
sort
new
of
invention.
Oh, geez, look
Pretty
at that.
neat, I know.
It's even got a screen on it and everything?
See, we're just checking
So you
out.
can see tweets and Facebook posts and things on there?
You can see people tweeting right now.
Wow! Fantastic
so
technology here. Who knew? But look, we got a good lineup, Mitch. Not only us, but we've got an angry fan over here. I don't know what he could be angry about, but, you know, we'll see.
Let's see.
And we got Eric Loofer over here with a jersey on. He filled in nicely for you while you were away, by the way.
Did he do last week?
Loofer's going to come in, give his opinions.
But I was vacationing. Thank you, sir.
I don't know how you guys on the morning show differentiate between Loofer and Luber, and is there another one?
Goober 1 and Goober 2.
Goober, all right, well, there you go.
That's not what
That's a little confusing. Hidalgo is walking through with a cup of coffee and a shawl of some sort.
What are you wearing?
It's Orange Monday. Lisa, what are you wearing?
Sorry.
What did you think yesterday? Fantastic,
Oh, it was awesome. Great game.
Did you run into a razor blade? What is with this thing?
Is this your Halloween costume?
How come it has holes in it?
Okay, there. Is that better?
But,
Is my
I guess
microphone
so.
on? Yeah, I thought it was a great game. I got to tell you, though, I don't know if I can keep watching. I get too. I needed like a defibrillator next to me at any moment. I'm just too nervous in these games.
Well, it was 14-13 at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, well, and then we had McManus, the kicker, missed one and then banged one off the upright. You're like, whoa, is this going to be close? Is it going to come down to a field goal? And we just released Matt Prater. The sound of that field goal was awesome.
Yeah, hit that left upright.
It was great, yeah, exactly. But look, no need to be nervous when you got Peyton Manning.
Okay, you're right. I love him. I love him. All right, I'm out of here.
Breathe deep.
Can I have my shovel back?
Oh,
there you go.
Nice
Seriously?
one, Mitch, yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
This guy, both of them.
All right, Lisa.
All right, I'll be back. We got your weather in a
Excellent
few
job.
minutes.
Okay.